Good day. Today I'm going to help identify the issues that we have on some of our Sky Air units, where the units do not start or they give you a U4 error. It's quite an easy repair. You have to first remove the circuit board out of the mounting cradle and then identify the two culprits. The culprits is this 0.47 microfarad capacitor as well as this 0.47 microfarad capacitor. I'm just now going to identify the soldering techniques on how to remove these caps, how to measure them, and how to put the new caps in. So let's get going. The first thing we have to do is make sure our soldering iron is nice and hot with a clean tip. You don't want a very pointy tip because you could end up damaging the boards. You just need a nice medium-sized tip with good heat. So I'm just going to turn this board around a little bit. We identify these capacitors, the 0.47 and the 0.47 mark. So we're going to start with this cap first. And when you remove a component, you always add a bit of solder wire to it first to get rid of the actual, put a bit of heat and a bit of heat. And then what you do is we put a bit of extra solder, you come in and you desolder with your solder removal tool. You hold it down and you suck. And then what we do is we manipulate the capacitor out. And there is the first one out. We then locate and identify the second one. And here it is here, the next 0.47 microfarad. We put a bit of heat, a bit of extra solder. This just helps with the removal with the solder pump. You hold it down. And you suck, and you suck, and you can see we've removed all the solder. We gently push it out. And we just put a little bit more heat, and there, those caps are out. So what we do now, we go to our meter. You put your meter on capacitance. And we measure these two caps. They are meant to measure 0.47 microfarad. You see this is measuring 0.1, 0.2, and this one is also measuring 0.1 microfarad. The problem with these capacitors, when they change capacitance, they start blocking the lower voltage, like the 12 volt rail voltage, and this clips the voltage, and you're possibly getting 7 to 8 volts, which is enough to not give enough information to the EEPROMs. What we do is then we just use replacement capacitors. Don't be fooled about the size, as long as the capacitance is correct. These handle up to 250 volts. We go. We put the new capacitor back.
Should we do a quick test on this one? Maybe the one on the bench?
Yep. As Arnold said, let's do a test on these new capacitors. And there they are measuring 0.5, which is 0.47, so that's 0.5 is perfect. And here's the new one measuring 0.5. We now slot these new capacitors in, turn it over, we just apply a little bit of heat. And these capacitors, and we just guide them through very slightly. You see, the soldering iron has to be fairly small, but also not too pointy. Now that those have come through the legs, we just put a little bit of solder back on. You remove the iron, and now we go to the next capacitor. Slot it in. Push it down. bit of heat, hold the iron, and let the solder flow, then remove it. You see there's absolutely no damage done to the tracks because the temperature of the iron is correct, and the needle, it's not a needle nose iron. Then all we do is we cut off the legs, and then we have the two replacement 0.47 microfarad caps. You see that took less than a minute to change them, a minute or two, and save you a lot of problems if you're on site, if there might not be PC boards in stock, if you travel long distances without stock to locate and diagnose. A quick fix, you're obviously just going to need a soldering iron, a desolder pump, 0.47 microfarad caps, and some solder wire. So okay, hope that helped, and good luck. Thank you.